Morning YouTube, we're back. We got part 34 of the Virago project. Is it 34 or is it 33? You'll know because it'll have been in the title. Anyway, it's part whatever it is. I now have the correct axle and spacer for my rear wheel. And looking at the size of that spacer, I'm probably, the one I put in it is probably my finger's worth smaller than that. So yeah, that should make it, well, it's going to make a difference when it comes to torquing it all up and what have you. And so I'm possibly going to fit that today. Depends if I can get it up on the ramp. But I've been building the mudguard for it. And sadly, I've had to bastardize a perfectly good Virago standard mudguard. Now, I did try and sell this mudguard to stop me from doing this, but I've had no takers for it. And I've got to the point now where I needed to do something about the mudguard. So I've chopped it up and I've started building a mudguard with it. Yeah, I'm prepared for people to hate me for it, but it's not like I can do. It needs a mudguard, and that's what I had. So there you go, that's what I did. Obviously, we'll show you that in a bit. Today, I'm waiting also for the rear plate mount and rear light to turn up. So then hopefully we can get that fitted. Then we can get the rest of the wiring sorted at the arse end of the bike. I'm waiting for bulbs to turn up because I ordered 10 bulbs because I thought I was saving money, and I ordered 10 bloody wrong ones. So I had to order 2 more. These ones are definitely right, 100%. What else? Oh yeah, and I fit the air filter. Another one, I bought an air filter from a mini SU carb. It's about so big. Looks a lot better, fits better, it's better. Took a bit of bastardizing to make it work. I had to use the rubber bit out of the old one after using a doodah to bore it out a bit. Rubber bit in, bolt straight on, lovely jubbly. Obviously, you'll see that when we go outside. I'm just finishing my brew, sorting myself out, figuring out when deliveries are going to be so I can set an alarm to make sure I'm in the house on time. Then we'll get cracked on and show you what we got going on. Alright, so while the old heater starts spooling up, that's the mini SU filter. As you can see, that fits bloody lovely. When I acquire the chrome pieces for this side of the top of the engine, that's going to look bang on. Give that a nice buff again. Perfect. Now, it's a shame the exhausts are so rusty, but that's the consequence you get when people wrap them in that exhaust wrap stuff. And they think it looks really sick and what have you, but then they get wet and then it holds the moisture and then it does this to your pipes. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I had planned on black exhaust with some high temp paint and some black silencers, but I don't know now. I'm thinking maybe for now use these, so just high temp paint these and then the black silencers, but replace these with some nice chrome pipes and then black silencers out the rear. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. The old mudguard. Now you see, I started mounting it. What I've done is I've mounted it under there. There's 2 spacers there, and I've bolted it up through, drilled 2 holes in that bracket across there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing about that bit yet. I haven't decided. When I chopped it, I didn't chop that bit because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I call it the shit flicker. It's obviously a bit bigger than the shit flicker we originally had for the hover bobber, but obviously it needs to be a bit bigger for this bike because it's a bigger bike. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do down this end yet, whether I'm just going to continue that round and chop that off, whether I'm going to lop it off around there, I don't know. I should probably keep it as low as I can to stop as much spray as I can going this way. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to that line then on and try and make a good job of it. Right, so the bloody heater's spooling up a bit now. I'm not going to go and do the back wheel first because I can't bother. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this mudguard and we're going to look at making that curve the same. What I'm going to draw it out carefully before I chop it, because it's just got to be right. It's got to look right, like against the tyre, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's crack on. I'll unbolt the seat, then I'll unbolt that, and then I'll show you where we're at. Alright, so that's it. Still needs a little bit of final shaping and what have you. And I use these two mounts here, the factory obviously, to mount it to the bike. And I did that. Sorry about the noise of the heater. Bottle it in there, that'll be jolly. Thing, I need to cut something like this. A little bit nicer than that line, but it's just a visual thing for you lot to see rather than me. I can sort of see where I need to chop. There's a bit of like a ridge. So then that's going to be out. Then we got two more fixings here, which we might use to do some sort of fixing down there, like for a rubber flap maybe, you know, just to stop that extra little bit. I've just thought of that plan as I stood there, so yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Then it'll stop any spray getting under it, and yeah, we'll see. Right, so what time are we on? 8:40. It's probably a bit early to start cutting that yet, but I can get set up to cut it anyway, and then in the meantime I'll find something else to do. Right, I haven't 100% decided what I'm doing about these side panels yet, but I got some cardboard to try and make a stencil, and yeah, it's not quite as easy as that, because there's stuff that's in the way, start solenoid, etc. This bracket that I haven't got rid of yet is in the way. Yeah, I might have to drag it outside to do that properly. So, oh yeah, I'm thinking of about maybe making something to fill this gap under here, so then when the seat's on you can't see. I don't know, just make a little panel shield, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But for now, what I've done, bollocks, walked into the post, because this is all cracked and fucked. I've glued a washer onto the back, holding it with that. This is some really good glue. Don't know if it's the right glue for the job, but it should have worked, made that usable. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside now for 10 minutes until it gets a bit later. We can get the grinder out and we can start chopping this. We can concentrate on doing this then. Yeah, see how far we get. Need to sort the insulation in this jet because it's bloody cold again already. So I'm firing the heater back up. Might do a time lapse of me chopping this, although I don't really see the point because it's yeah, that's probably a waste of time. You don't need to see that. Yeah, so I'm gonna chop this, then I'm gonna tidy it up with a bit, make sure I'm happy with the lines, then we'll bring you lot back. Hopefully I don't cock this up. Oh, it's a bit more choppy, a bit more grindy. And I think you'll agree, that's a lot better. That shit flicker. Looks a bit wobbly like that. Don't know. Worry about that when I get it up like straight so we can see, but maybe down a little bit this side. Minor things. But yeah, the fit is just what I was thinking. That's how I mounted it. To get it the right height where I wanted it. Cut the spacers. And then bolts from the bottom through. There is bolt nuts already on this. But I wanted to come through that way so I'm not screwing anything down, so I didn't want nothing sticking down. Plus I ain't got the original bolts. So what I did, so I didn't have to fanny around trying to get my fingers up there, use a bit of blue tack to hold the bolts in place, slip the spacers on, then slid it in place and lovely jubbly. Made life a lot easier. Right, so that's a lot better. Oh, I don't know if I told everybody before. We've had a decision on some colour. Right, back when I was younger, and probably deep down at heart, I'm a rat look man at art, and I have ratted a lot of cars over my life. Built a rat rod Beetle, yeah, that was sick. I built Mark III rat rod, rat look from Mark III. There's loads and loads of things. I was quite big in the Volkswagen scene, and I did a lot. Now, usually I like to go for rust. I love rust, but I'm not prepared to rust this bike, obviously, because it's a lot of money on it. And I don't want to put on none of that fake rust paint, because one, it'll look a bastard. Two, I think it's bent. If you're going to do that, why not just do it properly if you're going to do it? I was toying with the idea of doing it burgundy, because it's red on the logbook. As you see, most of the parts are red. The tank's blue because that's a replacement tank. But yeah, so I was thinking about doing it burgundy because I thought that would save just a bit of paintwork. But I see a picture the other day of my very first air-cooled Beetle, which I did in matte black with all the chrome trim. I did some beach buggy wheels on it and stuff and what have you, and yeah, that was pretty sick. I used to like that. I used to like the contrast between the matte black and then the chrome on it and what have you, and so I've decided that's what I'm going to do with this, because when I first got this I weren't asked with the chrome. I was going to black everything out, but since stuff's cleaning up quite well, I'm starting to move around towards the chrome a little bit. Now this engine's a lot tidier than the old one. Got the chrome bits. I'm working on a deal to get the other chrome bits, so I think matte black and chrome. Now I'm not a very good painter, not at all, but I should be able to do a good enough job that it don't look a bastard. I've got loads of bits to touch up on the frame once I start grinding shit out and what have you, lugs and stuff off, and there's a couple of bits that I want to rust treat just to make sure that it stays good, and you know what I mean. So yeah, but for now I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to sit and wait for these deliveries to come, because then we're going to get and do the rear number plate mount, rear light and all that bollocks. Now just looking, I was thinking where I'm going to mount it, and I was thinking I might mount it on the axle there instead of the washer behind the castle nut. And if I start fucking about with that, then really I should do the doodah and all, shouldn't I? Change the spacer. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What's up, roasty boners? I wasn't expecting that. The lad with the old chrome pieces from the engine came through. Yep, we did a trade for my old seat, which is mint. He also knew about the damage that was done to it, and I did actually glue it back together for him. And I even told him how to repair it properly, which is mint. I think his name was James. I'd like to say thank you, James. That's spot on. You just made a fat bloke really happy. That's going to tidy up that left-hand side mint. While I'm waiting for packages, I'm going to run outside. I'm going to go grab some water and I'm going to clean these up. Oh no. We have 2 more rear lefts. Ah. Bollocks. Right, I think I'm a twat. I think I was trying to fit the doodahs the wrong way around. So I think I'm all good. Delivery fucking bollocks is going to be within the next 2 hours. So I'm sitting in here like a twat. Yeah. So that's that while I wait. Is what it is. Rear light, plate mount, lovely jubbly. We're going to put that somewhere down here in place of that washer, methinks. And the plate there, that's going to look lovely fucking jubbly. Problem is though, I've wasted most of the day waiting for this fucking shit thing now, which is 5 days later, I must add as well, because every are absolute dog shit bastards and shit at their job at delivering stuff, which is mad considering all it is delivering stuff. But there you go. Right, so I've got the extra chrome pieces and all now for my engine. So I'm going to go and I'm going to fit my extra chrome pieces. And then we'll bring you lot back and show you what the Scottish Georgie does there then. And then we'll move on to this plate mount and maybe some wiring. We'll see where we get with that. Well, that's about where she's going to mount there. Obviously this ain't done properly because I've got to redo that. Yeah, so this is just for now. While my son's here today, I should get him to help me get it up onto my little lift, shouldn't I? So then I can do that bit tomorrow. But we're running out of time today because we had to wait for this shit. I've got the kids this evening, the wife's working late, so I've got to make tea. So I'm not sure how much more of this will get done. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get back out here again or what. But I just thought I'd get this on. Sorry about that. And give you a little look. Now that plate is actually illegal. It's too small. That's why it doesn't fit very well. I've literally just stuck it on there for the minute, just so you can see. And that's a rear light and the number plate light in one. I don't know if you can see under there, but yeah, that looks spot on. That looks absolutely bang tidy actually. Really happy with that. Obviously still got to wire it, but yeah, she's coming together now. She's coming together now. Mint. Right, it's actually the next day and it's bloody freezing, so sorry about the heating noise in the background. What I'm going to do now, I've been making a template to make a plate to go under the seat there, so that don't look as much of a bastard. It's not all open and what have you. I made a template, then decided I wanted it longer. So what I'm doing is the template there, and then adding another 5.5 inches to it before I cut it all out. I repaired this side panel for now. You remember, we glued a washer on the back side to give it some strength again. So that should work for now. Might even paint them at some point today. Not right now, obviously. It's fucking freezing. Trying to find my Sharpie. There we are. So then I can get this marked out. It's a bit early to start cutting yet, but I want to get this bit at least done today, so then I can get the seat mounted and that. Then we can move on, do the wiring for the light and the spacer in the back wheel again. At some point today I've got to go and have a look at another car. I'll keep that a little bit secret in a minute and we'll see what the Scottish Georgie does later. Yeah, so crack on and then I'll show you where I get. Right, so I've marked that all out ready to cut. I've got these other tabs still to grind off on this. A couple of others to cut and grind off and all. So really, I should drag it outside. I'm probably not going to do that. Probably what I will do is grab all the cans of petrol and stuff I have in the shed and put them outside when it comes to doing that. Yeah, then I'll feel better about it not setting on fire in the shed. I'll reattach that side panel. Seems to be strong, so that'll do for the minute. I'm gonna go get a brew. Still too early to get the grinder out. I don't want to piss anyone off. So we're back shortly. I'm back from going out and viewing a new project. It's gonna be a car this time. But yeah, don't know if any of you will be interested. Well, I'll keep quiet for a minute, but it's definitely mine. I've just got to sort out the funds and get it delivered. Job done. Back onto the Virago. Right, so that's what I've come up with so far for this. Now I've got to put a bit of a bend in it because I want it to follow the line of the bike, and I want this bit to tuck back to about here. So I've got to figure out where exactly I need to start a bend. Then I'm going to find a piece of scaffold tube or something, and I'm going to gently create the curve over that with my hands. This is thin stuff, like stuff you'd repair car bodies with and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. I marked which way's forward. Just got to figure out where to bend and start bending. I'll bring you back once I've got my fitment a bit better. Right, something like that. I want it to sit a bit more down, obviously. It's on a bit of wire in here, and it's not quite tucked up there. So I think I'm going to notch this end so this wiring can pass nicely. And quite a big notch. See if I can get it to push up a bit further into here. No, it's right there now. What's there, a mount or something? Maybe I can. Yeah, just need some fettling to get it where I want it. A little bit of grind here. It's not quite squared up. And a little choppy chop there. We might have to take like a couple of mil off this end all the way along it, possibly. But yeah, something like that. And then I don't know whether we're going to put a few, because we've got a lot of heat going to be in this section here. I don't know if we should put a few well positioned holes, you know, make it a bit so we can let some heat out. I don't know, from this section here mostly. What I'm going to end up doing is painting this bit black or matte black or whatever, so you probably won't see it, you know what I mean. And holes, you won't really be able to see that neither. I don't know, but yeah, I need to get this fitting nice. Right, clean any rust off, drilled some holes. I'm going to mount it with cable ties. Yay! It's not structural, it don't matter. It says purely as some sort of like heat shield type thing. Right, now what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try and find the centre of the slopey bit and draw some sort of a grid, and then put some fucking breathing holes in it, I think. I don't think I've got any black paint to paint it, so I might mount it and then paint it later. We'll see. But yeah, let's see if I can get these holes to look decent. Right, so you've got to use your imagination, and imagine that's black, and then you won't be able to see it. But then you also can't see all them shitty pipes and stuff that was under there, and the battery, etc., which is nice. It's only cable tied on, so worst comes to worst, if I do have to do anything with a battery or anything under there with a fuel filter, 6 cable ties. Fucking hell, I mean, you could probably undo a few of them and then flip it over, it'd be right. The seat is solid mounted. I've still got to figure a way of securing it better at the back, because it's not quite secure, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Back end's looking a lot better now. Put a plate mount on. That plate's illegal, it's not on it properly. I've got a legal one coming. But yeah, we've got the mud guard, the seat. Now the blanking plate with breathing holes, 12 of them, all done, well, as perfect as I can do them. So that'll do. More than happy with that. I'm going to go inside and have something to eat, because I'm fucking Hank Marvin. Right. So finally got the correct side light bulb for the light. Here that is in there. Looks a bit wobbed, doesn't it? But anyway, I ain't gonna bother to testing it because I can't be bloody arsed. I was gonna move on to doing the wiring for the rear light, but again I can't be arsed. I'm all on a mission to get the next project home. So I think we might end it here for today. This video's already been 2 days of fuck arsing about, but that is starting to look a lot better. Looks complete. Looks like it's supposed to. Tank, bugger off, mate. I'm filming. That's good, lad. Yeah, so I'll best go upload all this bollocks onto the computer, chop it up and put it into a stupid video, and stick it on YouTube for all your pleasure, or displeasure, because you're probably getting sick of it right now. But good progress again today. Really happy with that. Obviously, when it's black and whatever, you'll not notice it so much. And that's sort of the plan. It don't need to be anything more than that. Let's say just sort of so you can't see everything underneath it. And it's got some vent holes and stuff, so I thought about heat escaping and shit. So That's more thought than I normally put into stuff. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, all that bollocks. If not, I'll catch you next time. Cheers.